At the peak of his powers, he made football look like magic. Crazy skills, so many insane moments, and paved the way for a new generation.
Bueno, yo siempre lo dije, el primer momento que entré en el nuevo estadio para mí fue todo muy fácil por el hecho de que Ronaldinho, los brasileños que estaban en ese momento, Deco, Silvinho, Mota.
Honestly, Ronaldinho was a beast. And the best part is, unlike most kids, the signs were there early on. Born in Porto Alegre in Brazil, Ronaldinho's name actually came about because of his skills. See guys, he was born Ronaldo de Assis Moreira, but because he'd already shown serious interest in football early on, at 8 years old, he was already playing futsal in the streets of Brazil, as well as beach football matches and playing with the Grêmio youth team. And all of this brought the nickname that stuck with him all his life, Ronaldinho. It's become a trademark. The name means small, little Ronaldo, but this kid early on was no joke. He'd worked his way up the youth team ranks with Grêmio, and by 1999, he was already becoming a key member of the team. But if there was a match that put Ronaldinho on the national map, it was the one where he disgraced a World Cup winner on the big stage. The 1999 Rio Grande Sul State Championship. And on two separate occasions, Ronaldinho had used skill moves to leave Dunga, the captain of the Brazil team that won the World Cup in 1994, completely embarrassed. The balls on this guy. At this point, Ronaldinho has established himself as a household name in Brazil, and was having crowds turn up to see him play. In the same year, he'd already made his debut for the national team, and it was clear that he was destined for European football very soon. It didn't take long enough. PSG came calling in the summer of 2001, and over in Paris, he put in star performance after star performance. I can't even lie, Ronaldinho's highlight reel in PSG was sensational. He was full of everything. He could score goals like this. This one was versus Guingamp in 2003 and was right up there. He gets the ball just around the halfway line, and from that point, it's just pure magic. Does the 1-2, and when he receives the ball, he legit takes out 5 defenders, dribbles into the box, and still has the composure to flick it over the goalie for the goal. Maverick stuff. Ronaldinho was proving at PSG that he was more than just a flash in the pan. As that solo goal showed, he could go on his own if he wanted to. And when it came to dead balls, he was just as effective. A lot of people believe the free kick against England in 2002 was his best, which we'll get to, but this one against René, perfection. To get the ball to go curve over the wall from that distance, and the goalie's reaction too. My man froze just watching that one go in. Sometimes, especially in away games, the crowds try to get into his head. In a game against Lille, for example, Ronaldinho scuffed a shot he attempted to take first time, and after the miss, the crowd immediately started jeering him. But it's Ronaldinho. He stunned them seconds later. His comeback with the skill was a quick flip-flap already had the crowd stunned, and he almost forced a goal in the process. Ronaldinho was a maverick at PSG, and he was becoming the same thing with Brazil too. The World Cup Final Championships of 2002, Brazil went into this tournament with the likes of Ronaldo Nazário, Rivaldo, Kaká, Zé Roberto, and Roberto Carlos. But if there was one wildcard everyone knew, it was Ronaldinho. He was the one the opponents feared the most, and that's because, unlike guys like Ronaldo Nazário who primarily scored goals, Ronaldinho was the one who could easily embarrass the opposition and still create a goal-scoring opportunity. Still, in the 2002 World Cup, Ronaldinho also showed the world that when the stakes were high, he could bag the goal contributions too. He finished the tournament with 5 goal contributions in 5 games, an average of a goal contribution every game, and these weren't cheap numbers either. The assist to Rivaldo in the 2-0 versus Belgium in the round of 16, for example. Everyone talks about Rivaldo's finish, which was lethal, but Ronaldinho's Trivela pass kicks off the move. However, in that competition, there was one game where Ronaldinho put his name on the world map again, where he ran the show. England, the quarter-final. The Three Lions scored early through Michael Owen, and at that point, the mission was clear. Brazil couldn't afford to showboat or showcase skills now, they needed goals to draw the game. and Ronaldinho became the inspiration. The assist to Rivaldo put Brazil level at 1-1, and in the second half, the moment the entire world couldn't forget. Initially, people thought this was a mistake, and he'd meant to cross it instead. Watch it again, and you'll realize Ronaldinho actually caught David Seaman off his line. What a guy. The best part about Ronaldinho, which he kept all through his career, was the smile on his face. Just before we get into how he always had this smile on, be sure to hit that subscribe button to Mr. Football if you haven't yet. Tough matches, even when things were good or bad, he still always played with that smile. It was like he was born with it and didn't know how to frown. The guy had it on even when he got a red card in the same game versus England. Imagine getting a red card and still smiling. What a baller! Ronaldinho's suspension was over just in time for the final, and he played his part in helping Brazil beat Germany and going all the way. After that performance for Brazil at the World Cup, the next chapter was waiting for Ronaldinho, and this was the club that established Ronaldinho as the best player in the world. Ronaldinho, Barcelona, the next in line of a samba tradition. Immediately, Ronaldinho touched down in Catalonia. The vibes were on from the get-go. Pretty soon, he already had the Nou Camp filling up seats just so fans could watch him play. For Barcelona, Ronaldinho had become a proper showman. Needed goals? Call Ronaldinho. Needed a pass to get into goal-scoring positions? Dial the same number. What a pass! When it came down to the skills and the magic, Ronaldinho was unmatched. Not just in Barcelona now, but in the world. It's how he could easily do all this and still make it look like he didn't break a sweat. At Barcelona too, the fans had realized something about him that made him a proper cheat code. He was like a tank. Incredibly strong. I mean, think about it. Dribblers in the modern game, they're prone to going down under the slightest touch, but Ronaldinho, he rarely went down. It was like he enjoyed riding the challenges as they came. Many men, and he'd take on all of them as they'd come. Just like he did for Brazil and PSG, Ronaldinho almost already showed up in the big games for Barcelona too. In fact, he belongs to a unique piece of history. He's part of just 3 Barcelona players who have received a standing ovation at the home of their biggest rivals, Real Madrid, and the Bernabeu Stadium. Ronaldinho didn't just receive the ovation because of his OG status. No, he dunked on them in the same match too. Honestly, he was so good that even the Real Madrid players had to admit it. Ronaldinho was stepping up in the big games, scoring goals, providing assists, and so many skills and dribbles. He was undoubtedly the best player in the world. And at the end of 2005, got the award to match his status, the 2005 Ballon d'Or. And the woman to present it to him, his mum, with a smile on her face, easy to see where he got that from. By 2006, he was instrumental in the Barcelona team that won the Champions League for the first time since 1992. But after that point, things at the club went a bit downhill for Ronaldinho. Unfortunately, the new system with Pep Guardiola meant Ronaldinho had to leave, because some of the staff at the club saw him as a distraction. But he didn't leave before establishing who the next GOAT in the game was.
Yo ya lo conocía, ¿no? De mirar, ¿no? Sus partidos ahí en las categorías inferiores del Barça. Entonces ya había visto jugar y después, ¿no? Cuando ha venido a entrenar con nosotros ya no era una sorpresa. Entonces fue una alegría que se adaptó muy bien.
Ronaldinho took Messi like his kid bro, even assisted his first goal for the club too. After Ronaldinho left, Messi took over his legendary number 10 jersey, and in the years that followed became the guy in world football. But the story isn't finished with Ronaldinho, because after Barcelona he made the move to AC Milan, and over in Italy it was just pure vibes. That Milan team with Ronaldinho in it, alongside guys like David Beckham, Pirlo, Gattuso, Seedorf. With that 80 on his back, Ronaldinho had become an icon. From that infamous moment where he licks his lips like this knowing he's about to put on a show, to getting at guys like Sergio Ramos with some samba magic. The man was a baller, and he was making history too. If we hit that rewind button back a bit, by 2006, Ronaldinho had made history. His video for Nike on YouTube, dubbed The Touch of God, became the first video to hit over 1 million views on the platform. Still, he never let the fame get into his head or bother him. He remained the same guy, always chill. I mean, the man legit once lost over $500,000 with a deal from Coca-Cola after they caught him with Pepsi cans. And it didn't faze him. After AC Milan, Ronaldinho had a rundown with clubs around Brazil. He played for Flamengo, Atletico Mineiro, Querétaro, and Fluminense before eventually retiring in 2015. And ever since he left, the vibes just haven't been the same. He inspired the next generation.
I have to go for Ronaldinho because he was my idol when I was younger.
There are thousands, heck millions of footballers around the world today who only got into the sport simply because of what they'd seen Ronaldinho do. With Ronaldinho, it was never about the stats, never obsessed with scoring that many goals every game or season. He just wanted to play football, have a good time, and give the fans their money's worth. And did it all with that smile on his face. What a guy. But what if I told you guys that after his career was over, Ronaldinho messed up so bad that it had him doing jail time? Click the next video to find out how Ronaldinho ruined his career and went from being the greatest to becoming an inmate.